Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to we're going to call Ben out. That's right, the Sullivans. They, as you know, exploit their kids. They're not very well liked in their own community because they exploit the kids, and they do, well, they're just a little bit weird, right? There are about 16,000 kids, and they traipse around the country just being like, you know, like a troop, right? Anyway, so they went live last night. It's now becoming a regular thing, this Wednesday night live. Never mind that the chat, it's Ben and Toby's nightly live, right? And the child should be in bed, right? And he shouldn't be on TikTok on YouTube speaking to strangers on there. Anyway, we're gonna have a look at that video because it's very, very eye-opening in my opinion. For the month of October only, we have the Halloween merch line over at the merch store. The cutest raccoon ghost on the internet. If you want yours today in a line of hoodies, t-shirts, notepads, all sorts of things, go over to the merch store today. Link in the description box below. Without further ado, let's get back onto the video. Thank you.
Hello, guys.
Hi, Sally. Hi, Marie.
Hi,
Charles. David. Michaela. Hiya. Jackie. Tina. Debbie. Rachel. Anita. Campervan. Say hi to Michelle and Alice. How you doing? Are you all right?
It's one of those Ben moments again, isn't it? It's one of those Ben moments. I absolutely love it. I'm putting together that compilation video, by the way, still. So there's a lot to get through. So if I haven't got back to you yet, thank you so much for everybody who have passed on their clips of Ben. It's been fun. In some cases, it has actually. It's been too much fun. Sorry, Ben.
How you doing? Are you all right? 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 Jackie, Janet. Hi, Molly. Do we prefer summer or winter? Summer. I don't know. It's difficult, isn't it?
That is a difficult one, Ben. That is such a tricky one. What do you prefer, summer or winter? Pick one. You got to pick one. Quick, Ben. Think on your feet. That was the answer. Somebody who really couldn't have cared less about it. So I'm sorry. He just didn't care, did he?
Summer.
Actually, don't know.
Summer, I think. I'm just putting dinner on a minute as well and setting the timers again.
Ben, now I know that looks very much like chips that you're putting on there for your dinner. Now I know for a fact that you bought a shit ton of food that you could actually use to make actual meals, because you showed us a grocery shopping the other day, and I know that you didn't just buy nothing, right? I know that you bought did they actually buy? No, you must have bought chicken or no, a bit of mince, a bit of meat, some sort of meat. No, just frozen. No, I don't know. Fuck, you know. Seriously, I was under the impression that they went and they spent like £400 at the shop, right, for a weekly shop, and they bought all the week's food and for meals, you know, and everything. They had a meal plan and everything, but no, it turns out chips was all they could muster up that night.
Deborah said, Toby, may I have for my son Monty, who will be 18 on Tuesday? Yes, you can have a shot.
Say hi, Monty.
Hi.
I'm sorry, what's happening here? You've got your 11-year-old child giving a shout out to an 18-year-old boy through a mother, I guess, right? Do you not see anything wrong with that? Why is your 11-year-old talking to strangers online, right? Whatever happened to you being told not to talk to strangers, right? Because I thought that was a thing. Stranger danger, right? That used to be a thing. I don't know if it's a thing anymore, right? Because apparently it's okay to encourage your 11-year-old child to talk to strangers, right? And then I don't know. Is it not a thing anymore? Stranger danger? No, maybe not.
Haley said, "Are you excited for film day at Landmark?" Yes.
Yeah, it is a good day. It's a very, very good day. It's good fun, isn't it?
Foam day at Landmark, eh? Alright, but be careful, Ben. Be careful, because I heard a rumour that a lot of your locals are not happy with you actually going there, right? Because they are also going to attend, and they are fuming. And I'd be careful if I were you, because, well, you know, you're not too well liked. And if you bump into any of your neighbours over there, you know, well, that's not going to end well, is it? I don't think.
Wait, Charles said,
Yep.
"Hi, Toby. Can you say hello to Aiden?"
Aiden.
Hi, Aiden.
And today's warning goes directly to Charles, who is asking Toby, an 11-year-old child, to give a shout out. Now, Charles, you know, I know that talking to children online is probably not the best idea. Just because his dad is right there doesn't give you a green light to talk directly to the child, because he's only 11, right? He's only 11. You wouldn't go up to an 11-year-old in the street and say, "Hey, can you give me a shout out, please? Can you say hello to my son?" Yeah, no. You wouldn't do that, would you? Why would you do it online? Just because he's behind a computer screen does not give you the right to talk to this child directly. I know that the father, I use that term loosely, of course, is stood right there and is kind of encouraging you to talk to his child, but it doesn't mean that you can lower your own morals, because I know that you know that it's not right to talk to children, right? I know that, but yet you still do it because he's behind the computer screen with his dad. It's still not right, though, is it? Be better.
Yeah, so they're back to school this week. All the kids are back to school this week. Half term's done now. That's it. Half term's finished. So they've just had 2 weeks off. Went back to school on Monday. Now it's the run down to Christmas now.
Oh, so it is a school night, because I was under the impression, because Toby is actually awake and on in live, right? I was under the impression there that it was maybe half term, it was the holidays, because no normal parent would allow their 11-year-old child to be on a live stream at 9 o'clock on a school night, right? Because by the time this finishes, it'll be nearly 10. Then he's got to have time to wind down and get ready for bed and then go to sleep. It's gonna be pretty late by the time he gets to sleep on a school night. He's got to go to school tomorrow, doesn't he? Unless it's one of those planned, like, I don't know, mental health days or whatever it is that you take off for your kids on a regular basis.
Yeah, she was cute, wasn't she, Hayley? Flo was cute making her pumpkins.
Are you happy? I guess you must be happy that random strangers are calling your little kids cute. I mean, it's not for me, right? Not for me. I think that's a little bit inappropriate. And for the person that's actually saying it, was it Hayley, you said? Yeah, it seems like that you shouldn't be saying that a random stranger, child, little children is cute, or whatever it is that you're calling them. You know, they're not your kids, right? It's a little bit strange, a little bit weird, and don't forget, they're not your children. Go and look after your own kids, and yeah, there you go. Not yours, basically. To call cute is inappropriate.
So with the T-shirt, it was Gillian, wasn't it? That was asking about the T-shirt. If you could take a photo of you wearing the T-shirt, and is there any chance you could send it electronically? Is that something you could possibly do? Like send it to us through Facebook or a private message or email or something like that. So I think you could do, would that be okay? Because I wanted to post it on I wanted to do like a post on Facebook and the community feed if you'd be happy with that. Do you think you could manage that? Would that be okay?
So, Gillian, how does it feel to be spoken to like an idiot by your idol Benjamin? Right? He's saying, is it something you could possibly do? Send it electronically. Could you? Are you capable of doing that? Can you manage that, Gillian? Can you manage that? Is that beyond the? Are you capable at all, Gillian? Are you?
That's the kind of thing I was after. Like for the people that have bought the tie-dye t-shirts, if they could send us a picture electronically, we would do a little post if everybody was happy with that. No pressure at all. If you're not happy with being online, that's absolutely fine. But I just thought we'd do a little post. Yeah, so see what you're thinking. If you fancy, yeah, thank you. I mean, if you could send it to me personally, because I've actually got my own Facebook account, Ben Sullivan. So I very, very, very rarely post on it, but it's just a handy way to message me if you want. It'd be easier because the thing is with like Facebook, we've got a bit of an issue with Facebook in that we've got big quite quick on Facebook, and you do get a lot of these bots come on.
No, really? You don't get bots on your Facebook, do you? You shock me, right? The very fact that you say that we got big very quickly and we get bots should be a bit of a warning sign to you, Ben, because most, and I mean this literally, most of your subs or your followers on there are bots. So you didn't get big, did you? You just got bots, that's all.
And unfortunately, we've got people that are duplicating our account, and it's a real nightmare. We spend a lot of time with Facebook chasing these people that keep creating these accounts that are in our name, and they message people and all this kind of stuff. So we would never ever directly message anybody. It would be something we would do privately, if you know what I mean. So it's really annoying, but we get so many messages on our Facebook. It's hard to keep up with the messages that we get, because you might message us on Facebook, and then next minute there's another 50 messages on top of that. So we miss it, and it's like, and so sometimes it can come across that we're being rude on Facebook. We're not messaging people back. It's just a case of we can't keep up with the amount of messages we get. So if we were to delete 1,000 messages off, there'd be another 1,000 by the end of the week. It's just absolutely bonkers.
Can we just clarify, though, Ben, that these 1,000 messages, allegedly, are most likely bots as well? Because you don't get 1,000 people contacting you on a daily basis. There's no way, right? There's no way that 1,000 people actually care enough about you in order to message you. No.
I don't know how people manage it. You know, the big pages that have got millions and millions of followers. They must have a management team or something. That's all I know.
Well, I don't know a lot about how the Facebook thing works because I don't really use it a great deal, but I would say that these big pages on Facebook probably don't buy their subs, right? They don't buy followers, and therefore they don't get that sort of bot around, right? I think it's indicative of what you do as a creator as to what type of bots you get. Like, for example, on YouTube, right? You'll notice that the Ingham family, they occasionally they get bots on their channel, right? Sex bots, right? I don't get those at all, right? Which is so you got to wonder why they do and I don't. And I think the key there is at some point probably they have actually bought some bots, some subs. They've probably bought some, or they've been on the wrong pages or something. That's the algorithms have forced these people onto their channel, whereas on mine I don't get any at all, right? But I don't buy any, I don't follow any of these people, I don't do anything, right? So I don't know how Facebook works, but I assume there's an algorithmic issue here as well. if you're not buying right there's something to do with the algorithm that are forcing these bots onto your page. That's all that I can say there.
I know it's great, isn't it? I've actually asked the I'm not supposed to say. Don't say anything to the little ones.
What?
All right. I've emailed their school and asked their school to do some kind of shout out in assembly and stuff. So don't tell the little ones. It's going to be a surprise.
What shout out is it?
Well, just to big you all up for raising so much money.
Of course you have. Yes, of course. Ben, I would expect nothing less. You have emailed their school in order to give them a shout out in assembly. Why doesn't that surprise me? As much as I think that maybe, it's nice. It's a good thing that they've done to raise the money and everything. But I feel like that you're using the situation in order to get a bit of plaudits, right? You want some sort of like recognition. Maybe even all the it'll turn the public opinion back in your favour towards all the kids at school and all the parents that are, send their kids to school. Maybe they'll go home and say, look, Sullivans, they raised all this money, and then they're going to sub to you and they'll be all happy with you, won't they? It's always like a hidden agenda. I feel like also maybe singling your kids out at school intentionally might not be the best idea. I'm not quite sure if this is... Maybe somebody can let me know in the comments below. Is this a normal thing to do? Is this a good thing to do? I'm in two minds, honestly, whether or not it's a good thing to have your kids purposely singled out, especially as they are the new kids, aren't they, at school? So I don't know. Maybe not.
Because to be honest with you, if it wasn't for this lot, we wouldn't have had any videos. So we couldn't have raised any money.
Wow, there we have it, guys. An actual admission. First time that I've heard a family vlogger admit that without his kids, they would not have any videos. I know he's talking specifically here about the Cash for Kids videos, but the same applies across the board for all videos because, without his kids, he wouldn't have any videos and he wouldn't make any money. So there you go. Ben Sullivan, guys, 2024, admits that without his kids, he wouldn't have any money. Brilliant.
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I know people do like these crazy challenges, going up Ben Nevis and stuff for charity, but
yeah, like
we had to think
jumping off a 50-foot bridge.
We had to just keep it real. Things that we could actually do with the little ones and stuff,
Well, a couple of things there, Ben. First of all, the little ones didn't need to be involved. You didn't need to use them for content, right? Of course, that's just a choice. But secondly, none of your challenges, or very few of your challenges, were actually challenges, right? Yes, you don't need to do anything extreme like climb up Ben Nevis or anything like that, right? But challenges typically need to be challenging, right? In some sort of way. So look at the children that you have, right? And then push them a little bit out of their comfort zone, but not too much. So you might get them to run like a certain distance that they're not used to running, right? Or do something else that they're not used to doing, but not too far. So it's a bit further out of their comfort zone, but not too far that it's crazy, right? But things like baking a cake, right? That's not really a challenge, is it? That's an everyday activity because that's what they do, like carving them pumpkins, right? Carving those pumpkins was not a challenge. That's something that you do for your kids on Halloween every year. That's a normal thing to do. So yeah.
It might be. I'm not sure how we're going to play it next year. Or what we're going to do next year. Yeah, I've got to think about it. So we might do like rather than doing a challenge every month, we might do something different. We might do like an entire week dedicated to it or something instead. We're not sure what to do yet.
Oh, but are you prepared to dedicate an entire week's worth of vlog money to this charity? All right, because don't forget, when you do a charity vlog, you need to donate the funds from that vlog to the charity. All right, I don't know if you're aware of that, but that's kind of the given. And I've never, yeah, I don't. Are you aware that you actually have to do this in December, or are you just playing it dumb? Are you? Wonder what your fans would think if they knew that you were not donating.
Julie said, Toby, your knowledge of cars is amazing. You're maturing into an amazing young man.
You are an amazing young man.
So Julie, don't you see just how inappropriate that is, right? A random 11-year-old child online, you're saying, oh, you're maturing into a very good young man, you know. Yeah. Do you not see how inappropriate that is, right? I don't know if you realise what you're doing, but it's not really appropriate. And with that, I think we'll end the vlog or video or whatever it is that this is, right? Just in the knowledge that Ben has admitted that without his kids, they would not have a business, which is wrong on every single level. Obviously, even the staunchest of Sullivan fans would need to admit that. So let's just end it all here now. Until next time, please give this video a massive thumbs up, comment all your thoughts about it down below, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Until next time, let's change the world one video at a time. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.